Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're looking at how a really smart AI agent is doing more than just solving tough problems. It's actually showing us the secret to fixing one of AI's biggest weaknesses, its terrible memory.
Okay, just think about this for a second. You've got a massive, critical, technical problem, the kind that can take hours or even days to figure out. Now, what if you could slash that time by 90%? Well, this isn't some far-off future idea. It's happening right now.
And really, this story is about so much more than just code. It's a look at this brand new partnership forming between AI and data, and trust me, it's changing absolutely everything. All right, let's get into it. To really wrap your head around what a 90% time cut means, you've got to understand the monumental challenge Databricks was up against. I mean, we are talking about a gigantic, sprawling digital world. Their job was to build an AI platform that could cut through all that complexity, something that would let any engineer, not just the top experts, ask about the system's health in plain English and get a smart, useful answer right away.
So to really appreciate this breakthrough, you first have to feel the pain of the old way of doing things. You have to understand the frustrating manual maze engineers were stuck in before this AI showed up.
It was just a total mess, a chaotic hunt for clues. An engineer would have to literally jump from one tool to another, over to Grafana for metrics, then a totally different dashboard for workloads, then to a command line, then off to the cloud console. They were basically digital detectives, trying to piece together a mystery, one tiny clue at a time.
And when Databricks actually sat down and talked with their on-call engineers, the problems became crystal clear. First, the tools were all over the place, totally fragmented, and none of them talked to each other. Second, engineers were spending most of their time just trying to find information instead of actually fixing the issue. And third, when things really hit the fan, there was no clear playbook, so they were stuck waiting for a senior expert to get online.
So how in the world did they solve this? Well, it wasn't some magic bullet. It was a classic engineering story. They learned from their failures and kept iterating until they got it right.
And what's so cool about this is you can see the whole evolution right here. Version 1 was basically just a fancy checklist, and the engineers, well, they hated it. Version 2 was a lot smarter. It could spot problems automatically, but it couldn't tell you how to fix them, which, is only half the battle. But then came version 3, and that's where everything changed.
So why did V3 work when the others failed? Because it turned the whole process into a conversation. Engineers could ask follow-up questions, they could dig deeper into an issue, and they got real guidance from a virtual expert that it basically learned from the company's best engineers. It wasn't just another tool, it felt like a partner.
But look, before this AI could do its thing, Databricks knew they had to build a rock-solid foundation. I mean, you just can't build a powerful AI on top of a messy, shaky system. It just doesn't work.
They saw 3 huge roadblocks. First, context fragmentation. Data was scattered all over the place, so the AI would be flying blind. Second, unclear governance. Without really strict rules, the AI could, accidentally break something important. And third, slow iteration. The inconsistencies between different clouds would make improving anything a total nightmare. They had to fix all that first.
So first things first, they built the central traffic controller, a system they call StoreX. You can think of it like one single front door for everything. It gives engineers one place to go, while, and this is the brilliant part, keeping all the sensitive data locked down and secure right where it belongs. Next, they put in place incredibly precise security rules. And we're not just talking about who can log in. This was about controlling the exact actions a person, or an AI, could take on a specific resource. It's this layered system that prevents accidents before they can happen. And third, they unified the whole shebang. They built this consistent layer on top of everything so that working with the database felt exactly the same, whether it was running on AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. This just melted away the complexity and made development so much faster.
Okay, and this is where we get to the real heart of it. This incredibly powerful agent, built on that solid foundation, it actually reveals a fundamental secret about where AI is going and how we're finally solving one of its most famous flaws.
So, how does an AI, which, let's be honest, is famously forgetful, it has the memory of a goldfish, it forgets everything as soon as the conversation ends, how does it suddenly become an expert with a perfect memory of this ridiculously complex system?
The answer is surprisingly simple, but also really profound. The database itself is the solution. It's acting as an external brain for the AI, giving it the long-term memory it was never born with.
And this table just lays it out perfectly. You see, AI memory isn't just one thing. Think about it this way. Its short-term memory is just what's happening in the current chat. But the real game changer, this external memory right here, is its connection to the databases. That connection is what cures its amnesia, giving it access to this huge, persistent world of information.
So what does all of this actually look like in the real world? Let's take a peek at how this new reality is completely changing the day-to-day lives of engineers and really the future of knowledge work itself.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The feedback from the people who are actually using this system says everything. This isn't just some small technical fix. It's a complete transformation of how they work. It just gets rid of that frustrating mental weight of having to remember where everything is, and it frees them up to, actually solve real problems.
And the results? They really do speak for themselves. That mind-blowing 90% time savings is just the beginning. New engineers, who would normally need weeks to get comfortable, can now jump in and start investigating a real issue in less than 5 minutes. This isn't some niche tool for a few people. It's been adopted by the entire company, and now it's the bedrock for automating even more complex stuff down the line.
This incredible partnership between an AI's brain power and a database's perfect memory is really just getting started. It leaves us with this huge question. If AI can master something this complex, what other area of human expertise is next? What happens when an AI that never forgets starts augmenting our own knowledge?